Yeah, it's September 21st, I believe, Monday. It's about almost 6 o'clock. I got about an hour and a half late start. That's okay. I took a bunch of back roads to miss the freeway traffic. So where I'm going is up past Big Bear and Fawnskin and all that to the Jackass 1, 2, and 3 claim. It's a Valley Prospector claim, one of the clubs I'm in, and I've never actually been to this claim. It's supposed to be one of their better ones. The only trouble is, will I be able to get there in my little car? I know some other claims I've been on in Big Bear, the roads were atrocious, so we'll see. I just had my Jeep still loaded with stuff from this Randsburg that we went to. Let's see, is this the way I go? Running Springs, I think? Okay, hopefully. Hopefully I'm going the right. Oh, looks like this area where the claim is where they had that fire recently. Wonder if the claim post got burned down. Well, I'll see if I can figure it out. Okay, I'm on one corner of the claim, I think the east end. Looks like a lot of good areas here in this creek. Is this a tailing pile over here? Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like somebody's dry washing right here. Yeah, it's still all wet. So it's good I didn't bring the dry washer. Just gotta choose where to get started. Since I gotta carry buckets to the car, that'll be the determining factor. How far do I want to carry 5-gallon buckets? I might have to start going to those 3-gallon buckets. That might be better for an old guy like me. Okay. A lot of bees up here. I'm in so many different clubs, so whichever claims on, I wear if I have one of their t-shirts, the t-shirt for that club. So this is Valley Prospectors. Yeah, I'm up over 7,000 feet up here, so I'm huffing and puffing a little more than normal. But you can see there's no way you're going to dry wash this stuff right at the moment. It's just too wet. Hard enough just to get it through the classifier. I'm assuming I'm not losing any big nuggets in the classifier. What I'll do, since I don't have my Goldbug 2 with me for gold, I've got the GoFind 60 with me, the Minelab, and I can actually use that to run it over my tailings there from the classifier. And even though it's more designed for coins, it'll find gold rings, so if there's a gold nugget there, it should find that too. Yeah, the deeper I go, the wetter it gets, so it's getting harder and harder to classify it. I mean, I can do it, it's just going to take a little longer, and I've got like 12 or 13 buckets to fill, so I'll be here a while. This is my first bucket, still only about 3/4 of the way. It's been a while since I had to carry buckets any distance to the car, so I'm really out of shape. I was never really in shape anyway, so this will be my workout at the gym, I guess. Got to get down to bedrock. But I want to see if any of this overburden has anything in it. was on a little false bedrock for a while, so hopefully there'll be some gold in that. But let's see, how far down am I here now? Yeah, 3 or 4 feet. So who knows how deep bedrock actually is. When you're working in a creek, you know how that is. You can have a whole bunch of boulders in one area, and then a bunch of sand and bedrock under that, or bedrock's right there under a little bit of sand. You know, it just varies. So I'll just have to get samples from different spots here. I'm trying to widen the hole. Since it's getting deeper, I need to be able to stand in the hole better. Make the trip worthwhile. Now, if you don't find any, it is worthwhile being up here. I mean, listen. Right, you heard nothing. Maybe the little buzzing of the bee and that one irritated gnat that's after me. Besides that, that's it. And I think with this bucket, that gets me like halfway done. Probably before I leave, I'll get a little sample by this big boulder. Now, people that just learning to prospect, they're probably thinking, all the, there's a boulder, the gold's going to be right here. Well, there could be some here. But what it has a tendency to do, without being able to see how the water was flowing, whether it was going all the way over the top most of the time or going around the sides, what it was doing, let's say it's mostly going over the sides. So what happens, it comes around to the front here and it forms like an eddy. It's kind of swirling around, slowing down. And since it's slowing down right here, before it starts up fast again, the gold's going to drop and end up probably under there or right over here someplace, sometimes on the sides. So I'll probably get a little sample out of there too. Well, the clouds are starting to slowly form. That one's blocking the sun, so that feels pretty good. A little cooler now for a few seconds anyway. But I got to keep moving. I got to stay ahead of these clouds. I don't want to get stuck up here. I never get out. Now that I got a little ledge here, I can dig easier, deeper. It doesn't keep caving in on me, which I see over there. It's already starting to fall a little bit. Getting a little harder, which is a good sign. They had it was a 4.0 or 4.3 or some earthquake up here about a week ago. I actually felt it in Menifee. It just went zit, and that was it, just for a second. I'm getting down to the point where you can actually see different layers now. Well, you can't see it though because the dirt keeps covering everything over, but it's like underneath these rocks, there's a little bit of a tertiary layer there, little pieces of gravel and that's compacted into there. So you usually want to find something like that so the gold would be nearby if there is any gold. May not be any gold at all in this hole. That's the problem. Dug a lot of dirt out of here, but we'll find out. I'm sure there's going to be some. Don't want to get skunked. Okay, that's going to be my last bucket from this hole. That bucket, I didn't notice, actually has a crack in the bottom. Hopefully it'll be okay. I'm going to just get it just little samples here and there. So I got to take this bucket back. I took that one halfway and got tired. So I get these loaded up. Well, let's make sure I didn't lose any gold nuggets here. That should do it. Okay, everything's from hole number 1 except for this one tilted here. That's just from various places. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 buckets. Took me 3 hours and 15 minutes to fill them all up. Well, I found the claim post for Jackass 1. Valley Prospectors, Jackass 1. Okay. Yeah, in Holcomb Valley, you know, there's been large nuggets found over the years, but just in recent years, there was a 3.5 ounce and a 5+ ounce nugget found in this valley. So there's still hope.